Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more PYRE Community RITE Night, which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer PYRE, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer PYRE. And if you are interested in getting more involved in multiplayer PYRE, then look no further, because you can join said Discord group by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you can, of course, request players' exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, titan stars, even archetypes, all that stuff. That is all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here. Set ourselves back to our defaults quickly. Default settings. Okay, looks good there. Let me hop into Discord, and then let me know if there's anyone who would like to get us started today. Okay. I think I am all set and ready to go now. I'll say it even though it feels like I don't really need to say it anymore. Yeah, as it may not come as much of a surprise, but I did have a Steam update at some point this week, or at least, when I updated it today, it happened. So it may make sense for anyone who's interested in playing today to just take a quick check, make sure you don't have any pending Steam updates, just in case it may or may not affect the effects of Steam Remote Play. We know it can be a little finicky at times, of course. We try to minimize that to the extent possible. Yeah, let me know if there's anyone who'd like to get us started today, or if there's anything setup-wise that we would like to do for our first match, though, generally speaking, probably makes more sense to figure out who we're getting in here first. Alright, well, Spheris, speaking of which, is available to get us started today. Let me get you an invite. We would, of course, still be looking for someone to face off against Spheris, so let us know if anyone else is interested.
Hello.
Hey Spheris, how are you?
I've played some PYRE, so I'm...
Alright, yeah, I think I saw there's been a fair bit of chatter in the RITE Club as of late. A fair bit of people doing some more rites, which is always good to see.
Okay, my controller should work now.
Is it doing anything for you? I mean, you should be able to move the cursor around, I would think.
Once you're...
Oh, am I not? Oh,
game,
oops.
yeah.
I didn't realize I wasn't even tapped in. You're like, Lids, that's not gonna work.
No, I can't do anything. Maybe maybe you have your controller and your player
No,
one.
I'm pretty sure I unplugged. Yeah, I remembered to unplug. Let's see what it says for you. It says here it's theoretically in right now. If we just hit that button a little bit, see if that does anything.
No, let me unplug and replug.
For what it's worth, I am seeing it show up as a Nintendo GameCube controller, which I know is, you were saying, what you are actually holding in your hand right now, but
Yeah,
thought you had
it's not
said...
supposed to work like that. So...
Yeah, that's supposed to get recognized as an Xbox 360 controller, so that may
Indeed. So I'll
be the
just
problem.
restart everything.
Oh
and be
dear.
back. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's still a relatively quick fix.
Yeah, it should work.
Okay, great. Well, as I said, I think either way we are probably still looking for someone to face off against Spheris here, so let us know if anyone is interested in doing that. If not, I can of course hop in for a little bit and just swap out as soon as anyone else is interested and available, but as always, give preference to you guys in chat. Nobody wants to see this guy play. Come on, that's not what we're here to do. just let me know when you're ready for me to resend you an invite. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too complicated to reset that stuff. Admittedly, I have no experience trying to have one type of controller register as a different type of controller.
I'm back. It should work this time.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's see. Distance. Okay. It said Xbox 360 controller. I think that is the key thing we were looking for there.
And it works.
There we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, so let me set you up over here then. Not seeing anyone at the moment. Who is...
Oh, no,
anyone
we'll
else
have
at
to
least?
play. Imagine.
I might need to get in here.
The only question is, what's the experiment going to be today?
Valid question. Very valid question. The answer is I don't know the answer yet, but of course, it may just be a matter of time. So let me plug in the controller. Oh, hold on. iRotor's able to join for a few. Awesome. Let's get iRotor in then. Maybe the science experiments will be put on hold in that case.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys will conduct some science here. Okay. Let's just double check if Spheris are still player 1 and if iRotor's now player 2, or if Remote Play decided to switch that up on us.
Looks like it's working.
Okay, nice. Put iRotor on... Ooh, where'd it go? Get rid of that. Put one of these on. Okay, nice. Well, yeah, let us know if there's anything we'd like to do for our first one. Otherwise, of course, we could just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. That is also an option.
I have been staring at my path of building for the last hour to find one point I can save.
I've been there, man. I've absolutely been there.
I need 1 point, so like
I feel that
level
pain.
I can realistically get in the next hours. will get me there.
Sometimes you just need to distract yourself for a little bit, come back a little while later with a fresh set of eyes, and then you realize, oh hey, wait, I can approach it a little bit differently. Oh, that actually does save a point. Or, well, do I really need this point here? Well, I guess not, in which case, yeah, I can sort of restructure things a bit. So I feel your pain.
Painful it is to pass by plus 2% total maximum resists because you don't have the points.
Ooh, yeah.
Just right there, it would take 3 points to get there. 3. But they're not in the card.
No. Oh, it would be nice, though. It would be nice. Alright, well, why don't we hop in here, and at least for this match, we will have the 4 points for every character, as we are not adjusting that this time round.
Hear me, exiles. You are gathered at the Ridge of Gaul.
It'd be 5 points.
Each of you seeks to
if you
be
count the
free
talismans.
from this forsaken land.
I don't know, I wrote, are the talismans anointed?
The essence stand ready.
It depends on the talisman, I guess.
Some of them definitely, you could argue, are. I mean, there are several
might be
talismans that are
oily.
basically just masteries in talisman form.
Conduct this right.
Yeah. Like Banishing Throw.
Vanishing
Typhoon
Throw.
Bottle.
In some cases, you could argue almost all of the stat boosting ones probably are on. There has to be some class that has that.
+8 is better than the Demon Mastery.
Yeah.
You don't have Bright Wisp as a Mastery. by the
True.
way.
That would be interesting if it was, though.
Yeah. Titan Tooth is a differential to Smash. Okay, anyway.
Even Prayer Beads is the equivalent of a mastery. It's just one that people
Yeah.
tend not to take.
Quick Throw is also
Yeah.
better version of the Savage Throw Mastery, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Much better version, by the way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You
It
slow down
throws-
there.
It throws so damn fast, right?
Does the Savage
Something
Mastery
to-
give us a number for how much faster it is?
No, it just says faster.
Exile.
It says much faster, actually, but it doesn't feel that much faster. It's a big range increase, though.
Be interesting if we could get a numerical comparison between those two things. Faster
It
and
says
further.
faster and farther, so it's a mix between two talismans.
Yeah, I guess so. Honestly, I think of it more about the speed, not the range.
It's a mix, but yeah. Anyway,
Maybe that's just because I always take it. So I am not familiar with what it's like without it.
there is the Fell Swoop Harp. Okay.
Speedy Palmus. Ooh. Vanishing Throw Dalbert for iRotor.
It's gonna be so rough, like. Oh. Maybe I just do that. People say harp is good, so
Do you not play harp very often?
not that much. It's good, but I just enjoy other exiles too much.
Okay, that's fair. Speaking of which, here is iRotor scoring with the harp to get us started. Rare Beads harp, no less.
The orb.
Spherus looking to return the favor. No, actually switches in to the sap, but that sap is banished. And for the briefest of moments, Spherus was defenseless. Did technically have a defender for the split second in which iRotor scored, but that was just lightning fast from iRotor. So still not much Spherus could do. And of course, once again, it was a harp.
Poor exile.
Albert goes down. Hematha. Forfeit. Oh, big fell swoop there. Spherus once again momentarily defenseless, and once again just enough time for iRotor to speed in there. Oh, big cast from Spherus sets up this throw, and it is quick. It is 30 damage. Harp comes up a little bit short on that occasion. Spherus with forfeit. Shield can't quite last long enough. Oh, Sphera sacrifices the whole team on that occasion. I don't think that was the intention. Throwing opportunity for Iroder there. There's another 20 damage, and it means one score could be all that Iroder needs here, except Spheris does, of course, have a sap. Does he have Rekindling? Yes. It's 10. So Spheris can hold on at least a little bit longer here. But now at this stage, one score is likely all Iroder needs. And there it is.
But good.
I was gonna say, the way you started describing that at the beginning of the match, Spheris, what was it? You were saying something like, well, Harp is good, but... And I was about to say, I'm gonna stop you right there. Yes, Bird is good.
Yes, it is.
Until the next.
I just enjoy other things.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. If you were going to make some counter-argument trying to say that the birds aren't as good as people think, then I might have taken issue with it. But alas, you did not.
I do like Fell Swoop more than Salute. But Salute has the potential to be more broken, probably.
And then, I mean, it's been years since we last saw Cam in RITE Club, but to this day, I still do not know if we've seen anyone who's been more dominant with harps before. Cam would go absolutely one harp army. It was like the other two exiles just didn't even matter. Cam would have one harp that would banish the entire opposing team and then score all by itself, and it was pretty incredible. Nowadays, we see more harps built into the rest of the team, but I feel like less of the one harp army style.
Imagine you could get triple dash, salute, and fell swoop on one harp.
Triple dash.
No.
Salute. And wait, what was the last part?
Fell swoop.
And fell swoop? Yeah, no, that's insane.
That's a bit too much.
Maybe just a bit. Well, imagine if you
That's
could...
why we only have 4 masteries and not 5.
Well, what I was just going to say is imagine if you could take less masteries on one character so you can take more on another. So you throw someone in there with no masteries at all, and then you just max out the harp tree, and suddenly you can get all those things for your harp.
Balance, though.
Well, it's the same amount of masteries in total, right? So surely that's completely balanced, right? It couldn't possibly be game-breaking.
I don't know.
No, it would. It would. Just to be clear,
it doesn't even matter. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, of course, we can leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. Of course, we have, to an extent, done something like that with requests in the past saying you have something like 4 or 5 masteries total across your entire team. You can allocate those on whichever exiles you'd like. Obviously, even in that situation, we can't exceed 4 masteries on any one character, so it's not quite the same, but we've done something sort of along those lines, to the extent possible, at least. Alright, but not seeing any requests here, so why don't we hop in. Iroder, out of curiosity, do you have a sense of... Obviously, this would make no... This would be a horrible idea from a balance standpoint, but how feasible would it be to mod the game to allow characters to have more than 4 masteries at a time? Do you have any sense?
Depends on how... sorry, can you take away the keyboard?
Oh, yep.
Depends on where it's saved. If it's like really hard coded in the engine, probably hard. If it just, if the, I don't, it's probably the length probably saved some in the Lua file, so you could probably change that. Might cause some glitches with the graphical user interface though, that you might have to dig into the engine so it doesn't crash.
But what if, my first thought was just, yeah, that'd be crazy busted, it'd be insane. But then my brain started going, okay, but are there ways you actually could balance that? Like, what if you had a new modded character that was of one of the pre-existing classes, yes. So it had the access, had access to all of the usual masteries of that class, except you reduce their stats. So, you know, they have horrible glory, quickness, presence, and or hope, but you allow them to have 8 masteries, or at least more than 4 masteries. So it's like, okay, you can take this character if you want, you get some crazy value from your masteries, but the raw stats are gonna be pretty rough.
It's fits again,
And then like preset, right? Just you.
Right, it's kind of like preset in a way.
Just you lift the mastery cap.
I think
With
that's
a bit
probably-
more flexibility, I suppose.
Mhm.
So like if you have 8 masteries, you don't have flexibility.
Right, and that's really that's kind of what I was first thinking. So yes, it's practically preset masteries in that case. And maybe you can sort of circumvent the UI issues in a way if you do that. If you just don't even have the menus pop up at all, that maybe that's not the way to do it. But that may cause a host of other issues for all I know.
Alma.
Just a random thought. A little bit intriguing is all.
Exile.
I'm curious which class would be most interesting with that. So you could, for example, if you were to take a sap, the stats could all be 1. But if you have all of the rekindling, you also have numbing gust, you have all these passive abilities, and then you kind of just forget that the actual character exists, you just take it exclusively for those passive abilities.
Unfortunate for
It'd be an interesting trade-off. Not sure how balanced it would be, but you could make a decent case for that relative to, I don't know, say, a Savage, who you probably need more of the quickness on, and you probably want it to be more of a scoring character, so if its glory is way down, then that is a pretty big factor as well. So what's a class that you don't care about the raw stats as much, and also has masteries that would be useful with horrible stats? And that's where all the passive abilities of the sap do come in mind. Obviously, it'd be harder to do what Spheris just did there.
seem to be falling behind.
Get into a scoring position and throw it in for meaningful damage, but if you're just going for the passive effects,
Shall the withdrawal
obviously there's a philosophical question as to whether that's worth it, but there is, you would think, at least some merit behind that. Potentially. Enough to make you think about it.
Oh no, I couldn't chill into it.
Now then.
That was strange. The way that Fell Swoop played out was a little out of the ordinary.
Oh my god.
Eventually, iRotor is able to hop in. I don't think he had the orb at the time that he
He caught
initiated
me
the jump.
there.
All is taken. A rude
Oh,
predicament.
Spheris. Got a 20 damage score here. With Prayer Beads still at full strength in this round.
There.
Here's Gareth. But he goes down. Soxiana, iRotor, vanished as well.
Banished.
Whoa, that was quick for iRotor. So quick that I at first thought that was Spheris.
To the flame.
iRotor close, but blocked at least initially. Spheris defenseless, at least momentarily. Raji comes back, though.
Ah, yes.
It's the Harp who scores. That means Spheris is still holding on here. If that were the Demon who was also attacking, it would be a different story, of course. iRotor hopping around. Where is he trying to go here? Well, the answer is in the pyre.
The withdrawn prevail.
GG.
Their pyre burns whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Alright, well, let's head on back.
Okay, enough of the boss,
Until
at least for
the
me.
next
At least for the next match. Maybe.
What's that?
He's not playing Hop next match.
Okay. No more burbs. Let us
Does
know.
an imp count as a bird? Is the question.
I think
No.
it's more of a bat, if anything.
Ah, true. But like, they have feathers, right? Or do they have
Do
feathers?
bats have feathers?
No,
like
bats
fur.
are imps. But imps have
Right, well,
feathers?
I'm,
Like,
I'm saying I think bats are
Oh,
the
no, it's
animal
just
that imps
fur.
are
They
most
have
closely
fur,
related to.
alright.
So if we use
they have bat wings.
bats as the comparison, do bats have feathers? I don't know that they do. I
No,
think it's
bats
more
don't
fur.
have feathers. But imps also don't have feathers, I think. They have fur, right?
Right, yeah, exactly, they're bats.
Yeah, they're bats, true. So like, imps would be
Alright.
fine.
Alright, not seeing any requests from chat at the moment. So why don't we hop back in here?
The essence shall
We're at the
confront
fall.
The withdrawal. Welcome. Who shall
We're
conduct
at the fall.
rites?
Is that a good idea? Yeah, sure. But is that a good idea?
Exile.
Alright, legendary talisman for Lady River. Extra jumping distance for her.
Tizo.
Speedy Tizo, PYRE rotor, so sure, no burb. But there is a bat.
It's not great against him, but
Sandra.
Exploding Snadra in the second spot for Spheris.
okay.
Thorned not
comes
on
a-
what is the second imp PYRE rotor.
Crazy cast. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do crazy stuff too.
Double M's not that crazy. I mean,
Well,
Pass maybe.
I mean, what did Seal say? We're never gonna survive. Unless we get a little crazy. Also, someone's controller just disconnected. There we go.
Just let me. I just reconnected.
Oh no.
Maybe it isn't all imps.
Oh,
I never said it was all M's.
This is true. Maybe we were jumping to conclusions.
yeah.
Sap. Commence. That's it.
Here's Tizo. Trying to find a way through, but Snadra's blocking the way. Oh, but well shielded there. The last second save from Lady River on Sparris' side. Quick counterattack here.
Fire is the first to falter.
Was 15 damage, but it was a plunge, so it means Gilman is now gone in this round for Sparris. Don't think was the plan. Oh, that is a very dangerous portal here for Iroder. Of course, if Sparris can score, then that portal can be reset, but unless and until that happens,
The imp did it.
it does mean it's easier for Iroder to do that. Plunging for 25, though that does mean now Iroder is down one character in this round. In his case, it's Messenger Imp. Tizo.
Get out, Tizo.
Does go down, does create a portal. It's not quite as dangerous as the one we saw in the previous round, but still something Sparris may need to be mindful of.
Oh my god.
Big banishment there from Iroder. Does go through that portal. Ooh, the stunning claim is pretty well timed here. So Follisolium is big, and that's a lot of ground to cover in that stunning claim window.
Auras are killing me.
We're getting very aggressive with those sap shields, and to good effect. Help set up a 25 damage plunge there, though once again, Iroder is down an imp here in this round. Sparris with a little more room to maneuver for that reason, but just doesn't quite have enough time to get the throw off there. It's Palmas with Iroder, throws the orb at his own pyre, and it inadvertently bounces out and lands right in Snadra's hands. Practically as if Iroder was passing it to her.
Poor messenger imp. Oh,
Can I play, please? like,
Gilman getting a little bit bullied there.
like your entire comp just destroys me. Straight up.
tis taken.
Race to the pyre. Iroder able to make it in here for 25.
And it is done.
Yeah, but the math was bad.
Just
The
impossible.
withdrawn prevails.
But I'm not quite sure why you picked
What a crushing victory
the
it was.
second worm into double M. I'm not quite
Thus
sure.
end this night's
I thought you would
proceedings.
like banish everyone and would get one worm bag or something with infinite wear.
Well, maybe if you actually went all in on Infiniworms. Clearly that must have been your mistake.
It just didn't care.
Until the stars
He didn't banish
align.
everyone, so I didn't get bottled void value or anything. He just banished two and went to score, and I was already out of position.
Well, let us know if there's
Anyway.
anything you guys would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, of course, we can just leave it up to the players. But seeing nothing here, why don't we get back into the action?
The essence shall take on the withdrawn. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
It's a Speedy Raji in the first spot for Spherus.
You're missing one.
Oh, yep.
Good
I just didn't decide, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My rotor is resetting the Tailwind crest.
Exile.
Okay. Uh, is that a good idea?
Not gonna lie, what I rotor just did make me think of a theoretical way in which one could get additional masteries on a character. Potential.
Oh, with Scribe Snuff, but you don't reset the masteries, you get more.
You reset the talisman, and that is a way to transform masteries, to add
into
masteries to the talisman instead.
Oh,
Basically craft a talisman that way. I don't think that's what just happened, Ty Rotor, although admittedly I don't think he went back to double check.
Could you craft the talisman with the masteries of one class and then put it on another class?
Theoretically, I Rotor, in this situation, if this were to work, I think that would be possible. So I'm just saying, we might need to look into it. Unless, in fact, you just did that.
I really don't know. What did I even pick first? Imp, okay.
Messenger Imp.
Web Lanthorn Messenger Imp. Like what? Get an imploding demon, or something like that. I don't know. What would be some crazy combinations? I mean, as we already established, there are several masteries or several talismans that are basically the recreation of some powerful masteries. But are there any that are not available on a talisman that would be quite impactful?
I don't have speed. Do I dare?
Reset the talisman. Do it.
Actually, yes.
Okay, we're rebuilding. We're recrafting Flame Leech here. Putting 4 masteries into it. No, it doesn't say 50% leech anymore. It has 4 demon masteries on it. It's very strong.
Demon.
Despite what it may say there. I think we all know. Here we go. Both players with a crafted talisman apiece. But imagine if we did that. Imagine if we actually made that possible, and we were very discreet about it. And people didn't know. People didn't realize that that was actually the effect. Then we just, we snuck it in every once in a while, and people are like, wait, how is your demon so powerful right now? And then we could just say things like, oh, he's just built different. Iggy's been hitting the gym.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Everyone down on Spherus' side. I wrote it with the opportunity to throw that one in uncontested for 25.
'Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Oh.
Big implosion for Spheris.
The orb is up. Oof.
Blocked. And the implosion takes him out, though. Here's Vispaleth. Waiting for some reinforcements, who then immediately go down.
Oh wow.
Oh, the quick throw is just off the mark there for Iroder. Spheris. Ooh, that was a lightning fast play there.
The essence pyre now burns relatively.
Both went down on that exchange. Spheris has returned here with Vispaleth, but upon banishing the entirety of Iroder's team, it did complicate things, and then suddenly Iroder turned the table on Spheris. Forfeit. Thinks about going one way. He thinks better of it. Ooh. That one goes straight in for 20. Is there Stubborn Flame in effect? I think there is.
Yes.
Dalbert, blocked, banished.
To the flame.
Now Raji does have a portal to use, but Iroder is very aware of that. Down goes Vispaleth.
Second wind.
Now Iroder with Dalbert. Spheris thinking about the portal, but so is Iroder here. Spheris, of course, does get that infinite stamina upon going through the portal, so it's not just about the positioning change. It does also increase the mobility. Everyone down on Iroder's side, but this has happened on a few occasions. And it does slow Spheris down because of that numbing gust.
How sad that one there. All of the withdrawn, gone.
Hey, that rhymes.
My goodness.
Forfeit. Down she goes, but here's Dalbert. He's blocked. Vanished. Numbing gust again, though. Well-placed sapling there from Iroder. But huge implosion, and although Spheris is slowed, could probably plunge here.
Thus to great
It does just that. It's 15 damage again because of that Stubborn Flame.
such wherewithal.
There's 30 damage from Iroder. That means it is possible for Iroder to win this in one, but same can be said for Spheris, unless, of course, Iroder has Rekindling with his sap, which he may, but he has Stubborn Flame. Or rather, he has Numbing Gust, which would be on the opposite side of the tree. So at most, you would think he would just have 10. Oh, and Spheris close there. Gets the orb back, sets up a dangerous portal. Does lose possession.
One triumvirate stands unopposed.
Going down on Iroder's side, but probably not enough time with that Numbing Gust active for Spheris to score, at least not immediately. But there it is. With no rekindling, that is the winning
And
throw.
a lot
Full
of
left side.
energy in
Or
the
you
column.
could say they managed to avoid
I think
defeat.
Guardian. Either I should have picked Guardian Shield or should have picked
The right
a sap for the
is
offensive
done.
slot.
You know, Iroder, if you had anointed those points on your talisman, you would have been able to have them all.
Until the stars
If
align.
only you could have Ace Masteries, no problem.
I don't understand why you didn't do that. Seems like the obvious solution. Well, anyways, let us know if there's anything you guys would like us to do for the next one. Not seeing any requests here, though, so why don't we get back into our next match here?
The essence shall now face the withdrawal.
Nest of Trieste.
Welcome.
No requests,
Who shall conduct the rites?
so all up to the players.
I'm gonna do something.
Exile.
It's
Not recommended at home. Let's
okay.
see.
It's banishing throw Gareth.
Okay.
Sap.
Nutrition stick Almus.
Sandra.
Titan Tooth Snadra.
Dalbert.
Prayer Beads Dalbert. Right, Rotor.
Alma.
Prayer Beads Ulmer in the last spot for Spheris. He's thinking about how to craft his talisman.
You can put prayer beads on the crown if you want. No, not prayer, wavelengths on the crown if you want stubborn flame. It's gonna be a speedy game.
Exile.
Alright, Speed Biology is the last choice, and here we go.
Adversary's flame. Begin.
Ulmer into lava he goes. Gareth
The withdrawal.
banishes one, and then plunges,
Honor of the scribes.
because obviously he is objectively better than Ulmer in every conceivable way. What? Who said that? Rotor lining up a throw, and it may have been unblockable from that range. That is sometimes the case. For the saps, though, was just 15 damage. Ooh, multiple people hopping into the lava there.
Twas almost cruel.
Here is Ulmer. Brings back Gareth, and plunges himself along the way.
The orb is taken. Quite a sound.
Oh.
Just failed.
Everyone down on Spheris' side, so uncontested 25 damage score here via an imp throw
The orb is
for Iroder. Spheris able to chase down the sap before the throw was released. Ulmer banished though, as was Gareth.
Dalbert plunged into
Plunge
the
here for 20 damage from Iroder's Dalbert.
The withdrawn's pyre dam
Ooh, quick throw intercepted, but then on the second attempt, it's 6 damage from Spheris.
From this place. Not quite. The orb.
Everyone patiently waits for the orb to come back after it went out of bounds there. Ooh, and Dalvar got sent flying into the lava.
Now, no.
20 damage throw here from Spheris.
The essence seemed to want their freedom more.
Now goes Gareth, only to be quickly brought back. Ooh, I think Spheris was wary of Iroder's Exile, who was hanging out next to the pyre, but
GG. I failed everything. Oh, it's not the end. Never mind.
What's more like that when we are finished here?
Spheris can still hold on here with 15. But likely at this point a 1-score game for Iroder, more likely a 2-score game for Spheris. Iroder, that is, starts moving in the pieces. And with that throw, seals the deal.
GG.
The withdrawn
GG.
Yeah, my comp is
right conducted
not working
with
against
aplomb.
the sap being able to take the orb
The
before me.
ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. If not, then of course we can always leave it up to the players. That is also an option. Seeing nothing here, why don't we do just that? Oh,
Okay.
Essence versus
that is the sound of a boat.
Welcome.
The sight of one too, of course.
Who shall conduct the rites?
See how that colors the teams that the players select here. It's
Exile.
Prayer Beads Gareth in the first spot for Spheris. Prayer Beads Almer in the first spot for Iroder.
Exile.
With Lanthorn Raji at Spheris' second selection.
Just put Scribe Snuff on him. No master is just Scribe Snuff.
It's Iroder's secret strategy.
Exile.
It's a speedy Raji here.
With yeah, the big exploding, but with speed. That's rough. I'll just stick to this.
Speedy Vizpaleth is Ferris's last choice.
Okay.
And I wrote her. Wrote the Leeching Ignarius. I believe this is our first boat match of the day. Which, of course, means we may be in store for some extra physics-oriented chaos, and maybe some huge implosions. Well, Sferis was the only one remaining there. The plunge from Gareth for 20 damage. I was going to say, couldn't help but feel like neither player was especially keen on picking up the orb. Oh, I wrote her just barely avoided getting everyone banished there. So still has it. Now with Ulmer. He's blocked. Oh, but big banishments. Sferis. Gareth. Using some black magic jumps, but Gareth goes down.
I didn't go there.
Spleth returns. A little bit of boat magic for the extra airtime. Wasn't enough to make it past I wrote her, at least not on that occasion. Though on this occasion, Gareth does make it through for a 20 damage plunge. Here is Gareth again. This time he's banished, though. Demon versus demon. He'll make that Ulmer now instead for I wrote her. Oh, and he actually got rid of 2 of the defenders. He was just standing there, menacingly. Meanwhile, here are the finger guns. Means Iggy plunged for 20, and also I believe got 20 leech as well. I'm pretty sure. I wrote her took the leeching talisman on him, so a net 60-point play there from I wrote her. That'll do a lot to spin the momentum in your favor.
Didn't jump.
Another 20 damage plunge here for I wrote her. Little collision in the middle of the arena, but it's Sferis who gets the orb and quickly plunges here for 20.
A show of strength from the withdrawn's foes. To each his own.
Just Raji right now for I wrote her. Ulmer returns, but that's not going to stop Sferis from plunging here for 20. Here is Ulmer. He's banished. Here's Gareth, the score of that previous plunge. But no, it's Vizpaleth. Plunging in for 30 here. Now, she does not have prayer beads, so she's gone in this round. But one score, all that Sferis needs. And there it is.
Did you have lag at the wrong moment?
No, no.
Oh, no, okay.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly. The rite is ended.
Well played, you two. All right. Well done, Gareth. Let's head
Well
on
done,
back.
Gareth.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be Gareth, right?
Yeah, it's always Gareth.
It's Gareth's world. We're just living in it. Well, let us know if there's anything else we'd like to see for the next match.
Triple Gareth. Oh, wait.
If only. If only. Yeah, I wrote her. When's the Triple Gareth mod coming out?
I'm not sure if I can do that.
You can just rename all the savages as Gareth, I guess.
Alright, not seeing any requests right now, though, so unless we have any last-minute thoughts here, of course, we may just end up having both players take whatever teams they would like. So let's hop in. Oh, that's the sound of the Isle of Kilmer, which I don't think we've seen yet today either. Getting all the chaotic maps now.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Speaking of chaos, that's Can Singularity on Gareth. Sferis making a statement right off the bat here. Speedy Vorfrit is Iroder's first selection.
That's gonna be really annoying. Let's do that.
Scribe Snadra in the second spot for Sferis. Prayer Beads Dalbert for Iroder. Leeching Vorfrit is Sferis's last selection. And Typhoon Bottle on Palmus in the last spot for Iroder.
Banished in an instant.
Ooh, there's the false step proccing. Iroder is going to have to be keenly aware of that factor in Sferis' strategy. Sferis, of course, plunged there and plunges here as well. Stubborn Flame is now active, though, reducing Sferis' damage by 10. Then here is Iroder's answer, plunging in for 30 with his Crone, who did not have Prayer Bead, so she is gone in this round. Gareth down as well, but that was false step, proccing. That is not really where Sferis wants to see the orb. Blocks, vanished. Ruined down, in fact. But Typhoon Bottle has procced, that means. Does make matters more complicated for Sferis under those circumstances. That was awfully close to false step. I guess technically didn't qualify.
What happened here? Okay, the curve. It seems.
There's Typhoon Bottle, but Dalbert comes back quickly, so not in effect for long. Dalbert a little bit trapped, though. Trying to find a way through. Help with the shield. Does go down nonetheless, though. Dalbert's back.
Oh my god, these imps.
With a vengeance.
The withdrawn gained the upper hand.
Snadra. Gareth. False step.
Oh, no way.
A little reverse psychology there. Sferis jumped, Iroder didn't, so Iroder coasted on in.
Bro, the imp just made it so.
Gareth hops in. That's 20 damage. Crone versus Crone, but Iroder had the advantage, courtesy of the Sap Shield. Sferis has it back, though. Leaps in with his Crone. That's good for 30.
And each.
Once more
Oh, and leech as well. That is a big factor then. It would mean that 1 score would be enough for Spheres, though I'm fairly certain that we saw iRotor take rekindling.
Yes.
Did you?
Big
Oh, no, it's
rekindling.
for rekindling.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about
Did I not just say that you had rekindling? iRotor is still holding on here. In fact, iRotor is technically in the lead.
Now to the flame.
Here's iRotor. Vorfrit. Oh, not quite enough time for the throw. Spheris looking to answer. Loses the orb in the process, though. Race between Dalbert and Gareth. Dalbert wins that race.
Destroying me, my goodness.
Tis taken.
Down goes Gareth. Gareth brought back here. Spheris looking for a way through. The throw has enough on it, yeah. That's good for 30. That means at this point, 1 score could be enough for Spheris. Oh, except Stubborn Flame has reactivated, has it not? I believe iRotor has it.
Now then.
Race back to the orb. Oh, the defensive canned Singularity on that occasion. Oh, so close, yet not close enough for Spheris. Here comes iRotor. Down goes Vorfrit. Gareth, off to the races. But it is Stubborn Flame. And that is not what Spheris wanted to see, because if not for that, that would have been the deciding score.
Punishment for all.
Maybe this is the opportunity Spheris is looking for. There it is.
Yeah, I played that awful.
Crone sometimes. You just.
Such a well-conducted
Oh, it was bad
Everything.
play.
it was.
It was.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
The rite is ended.
Well, Chi-Chi. Well played, you two.
Until the stars align.
Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Not seeing anything at the moment, though, so if there are not any requests, then of course we'll go back to having the players take whatever they'd like. So let us do just that.
The essence shall confront the
I think
withdrawn.
I forgot to use Fairy Curse.
Welcome.
Oh,
Because I never pick it,
Who
and this
shall
time I
conduct
picked it.
the rites?
Together with Leech, to know if you have a comeback thing with the Leech. And I just forgot that I had Fairy Curse, as usual. Okay.
it's always the struggle with when you take it, you think, oh, I want to save this for a good time, and then if you wait too long, yeah, sometimes you just forget that you have it.
It's a question of habit, too, because Macross picks Fairy Curse every time, and he uses it every time, because he doesn't forget he has it. That's
Whereas if you
basic.
take it less frequently, it takes more of a conscious effort to remember it.
And in the sweat of a match,
Exile.
okay. I'll do this one then.
Exile.
Exploding Worm in the second spot for Spheris. They're taking Harp in the lead. We see it's Vorfrit the Crone in the lead spot for iRotor, who will go
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe prayer beads, yes.
Okay.
On Dalbert. To prayer beads or not to prayer beads? That was the question.
Yeah, okay. I think it still works like that.
Alright, Speedy Vispaleth. That is Sferris's last choice. And Typhoon Bottle plus Rekindling in the last spot on our rotor sack.
Now begin. Now.
Vispaleth. Eventually goes down. Now here's iRotor. Dalbert is blocked and banished. Oh, that turned into a plunge, which I don't think is what Sferris was looking for. He does lose Lady River in this round, and that means right now is defenseless. So uncontested 30 damage throw opportunity for iRotor.
Now to the flame.
Saxiana stopped at the last second there. Dalbert finds his way through for 20.
The two triumvirates are neck and neck.
No way.
Such a display.
25 damage leap. Bear in mind 25 and not 30 because the players were tied at 85 Pyre life at the time of that score.
Slips from your clutches.
As for whether that 5 damage becomes significant, only time will tell, of course.
Don't quench the
Little-
fires of his foe.
Fake one way, go the other technique from iRotor.
Oof.
Ooh, Sferris wins the orb back in a very dangerous position, though, and converts with a 30 damage Demon Plunge. But it does mean that there is now no Vispaleth in this round for Sferris. Here's Lady River. Oh, banishes everyone, but remember, iRotor took Typhoon Bottle.
It's his chance. I just wanted to throw it. I didn't.
You used the Harp Salute? You must have, right? Because I didn't see the animation for it.
The right is
There was just, you had it with your harp, there was this delay, like your character just disappeared for a second, then suddenly it showed your worm plunging, which was a little confusing.
beyond all
Kind of like how that was, as well. It was a Demon Plunge, it did trigger iRotor's Rekindling though,
Oh, GG.
but Sferris does not have any Rekindling, so with that plunge, iRotor is the victor.
their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings
Alright, well let's head on back
until the stars align.
and let us know if there is anything we'd like to do for the next one. If not, of
Everyone's
course.
asleep for some reason.
Oh, what's that?
I think everyone is asleep for some reason.
Maybe, maybe.
I haven't seen a single comment in the chat.
There's one person watching. I'm not watching because a connection.
I'm watching, so it's me.
I think what iRotor is saying is that he's been playing all of these matches blindfolded.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
He's not watching. He
He's
has no
very
idea what's
skillful.
happening right now.
He is on Ultra Instincts.
Exactly.
Do watching now. Okay.
Alright, well, not seeing any requests, so why don't we get this one started here?
The essence shall take on the withdrawn. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
It's a speedy Raji for Spheris.
Okay.
Speed throwing is Paleth for Iroder.
How do we do with that? I don't have the speed, so it's gonna be Weblands on I guess. But against the demon, it's so bad.
Exploding Forfeit is ultimately the direction in which Spheris goes. Prayer Beads Zoxiana in the second spot for Iroder.
The Bob returns.
Oh no. Have you gone this entire time since that previous discussion without taking a harp?
I think
Yeah.
so, yes.
Man of commitment.
but it always draws you back. Alright?
It's true. Their power is just too
I think
great.
Murph would. Yeah, I think Murph would have been dead by now.
Oh, no.
Do we do that? Do we do something else?
Your choice.
Really don't know. When in doubt, pick another imp.
It's not a bad mantra.
Yeah, but no.
Messenger imp.
Web Lanthorn Messenger Imp. That's Spheris' last choice. Now Iroder goes Speedy Palmas.
Commence. Bye-bye.
Big implosion there, taking out Viz Paleth. Iroder locks down the orb with the sapling. Viz Paleth is back for Iroder, only to quickly be banished. Everyone banished, in fact. So uncontested throwing opportunity here for Spheris.
Upon the flame.
Good for 25.
Oh,
Whoa! It's Viz Paleth. Down she goes.
thoroughly banished.
Another big implosion. Iroder at least temporarily defenseless.
No.
Not enough time for Spheris there. Zoxiana. Blocked. Banished. Now here's Spheris.
Oh,
Tries to leap, but gets blocked and banished. Ooh, opening here though.
there's a proper
So Spherus able to plunge for 25 with the imp. One of those imps at least, but that imp did not have prayer beads. Forfeit. Down she goes. Brief moments of Iroder being defenseless, though does quickly get the orb back here. Now it's Spherus, who's defenseless. That leads to a 30 damage demon throw from Iroder. Wow. His left sent everybody flying. That leads to another Visboleth throw. Visboleth, not quite on that occasion. Right now, just Messenger Imp for Spherus. Eyeing the portal.
What happened there? That was the
Ooh,
last.
suddenly, no defenders on Iroder's side, so that's 25 damage for Spherus, and that means one more score from Spherus may be sufficient here.
Fortunate for the essence.
I think Spherus has enough damage on everyone. I think certainly at least one of those imps we just saw has 25 damage, but I think the other one does as well.
Now go.
I don't think Spherus needs to be picky. Oh, but Iroder does have a sap. May have some rekindling.
Yes, 10.
Okay. What happened there?
Yes.
That was
That
strange.
was
Into the adversary's
I'm
flame.
stupid.
Visboleth
A true aimed
gets the
thrust.
throw off there, and now it is Spherus who's dropped it down to 10, so one score for Iroder, very likely all he would need, and assuming that Iroder does in fact have some rekindling, that means Spherus would need at least 2 scores here. Everyone is down
Oh, that's
on
I'm
Iroder's
stupid.
side.
With
Even
considerable
worse.
Oh,
precision.
that's not enough.
Someone prevail already. No. No sign
Ooh.
of the
Okay,
essence
GG.
for the time.
I did the stupid
It is
thing.
done. The withdrawal
GG.
prevail. Perhaps a stroke of fortune ought to be thanked.
Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
And my stubborn flame never proc, I think.
I also took
Until
by
the
avoid
next rite.
avoid taking but you didn't take a Pie Life, so never mind.
Yeah.
It's not a demon.
Well,
For
what,
some
extra
reason,
starting
I
Pyre
don't
Life
know.
plus Stubborn Flame?
I think that was the match before that. If you
Yeah.
if you have Pie Life and Stubborn Flame.
Yeah, I should potentially have taken Brazen Manor instead, but
Well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to do for the next one. If not, of course, we can have the players take whatever they'd like. So why don't we do that?
The essence versus the withdrawn. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Exile.
Alright, it's Prayer Beads Gareth for Spherus in the first spot.
Exile.
Extra jumping distance on Lady River in the lead spot for Iroder. Lanthorn Raji for Spherus.
Headwind.
Power casting Headwind in the second spot for iRotor.
The first one was this one. Okay, okay.
I'm just noticing the irony of the Essence player saying that halves are not that interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I just
hadn't
like
thought
the
of that.
color of Essence. I mean, they look good and they feel good and everything, but I just like Savage more. That's about it.
It does
And
beg
if I-
the question,
and I
then,
don't
what is it
wanna
about
think-
the essence that makes you want to represent them?
No.
Is it the colors? Because it sounds like it's not the harps
Yeah, yeah.
themselves.
No, it's the color.
The color? Okay.
Yeah. It's the color of the aura in the right, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this and power casting. Yeah, we were there. Huh. Could do that. Could do that. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's quick throwing Palmus for Spherus. And then Speedy Vizpaleth for iRotor.
Begin. Beware the
Goes Gareth. Here's Lady River for iRotor.
Oh no,
Oh,
I got stuck in animation, but
Spherus is back. Oh, well shielded there. Oh, but can't quite get the throw off in time, but the quick follow-up from Gareth. Plunges in here for 20 and does have prayer bead, so he's back. Here he is. Narrowly avoiding that cast, well, at least the first time. Not so much on the second. Gareth chased down this time.
Banishment for all.
Everyone down for iRotor. Spherus through the portal for an uncontested 25 damage. Sap throw.
The withdrawn's adversaries gained an edge.
Here's Headwind. He's banished here,
A swift recovery.
as is Palmus. Gareth, though, wins the orb back very close to iRotor's Pyre, but iRotor gets rid of Gareth. Now on the attack. Headwind and Vizpaleth. Plunges here for 30.
Shall the withdrawn further press their luck?
Gareth fakes one way, goes the other, and eventually plunges in here for 20.
Each pyre.
Neither player has the orb, in case you were wondering. It was hiding in a rather obscure spot for a split second there. I was wondering if somebody lost track of it, but Spherus gets it and throws it in quickly for 25 here.
Pride just yet, essence.
Quick follow-up from Gareth, good for another 25. That means, depending on the character, Spherus may have enough damage here to finish it with one score. Palmus would have enough. Gareth here, however, would not. Meanwhile, here's Headwind, shoulder smashing the opposition.
The orb's up.
Pushed away a little bit, but does eventually find his way in for both 20 damage plus 10 leech. That does bring Spherus out of range, at least for the immediate round. Spherus was thinking about the portal, but then saw Iroder get into position. Oh, but found a way to sneak through, at least momentarily. Gets the orb back. But Iroder able to snuff that out. Just Lady River at the moment for Iroder. Of course, having plunged with Headwind, does not have him at all in this round, which does make it a little bit tricky. Gareth and Palmas. Everyone down at the moment for Iroder. Palmas is quick enough to set up this throw, and now Iroder has once again dropped back into the range, where Spherus may be able to deplete all of his pyre life in one go. I don't believe he has any rekindling. Of course, he did not take any saps this time round.
No, I jumped. I didn't have aura instantly. I didn't know that.
With that score, that actually means it could be possible for Iroder to score 30 damage in one round with Vizpaleth, though Spherus does have a sap and may have rekindling. And though Iroder did have some leech, it still may be statistically insignificant, as Gareth does have just enough to get the job done.
The essence prevailed. They brushed aside their
And I did not have
adversaries without
rekindling,
too
so
much
this
trouble.
was
Oh, it was sudden
sudden
death.
death potentially.
The
Yeah.
ceremony
Nice.
is complete
Well, GG. Well played, you two.
until the next rite.
Let's head on back. Let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for our next match. Not seeing anything here though, so why don't we hop back in?
The essence shall now face the withdrawal. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, so no requests here, all up to the players. This might even be our first book match of the day.
I think so.
It's a Speedy Raji in the first spot for Spherus. Oh, Titan Tooth Dalbert in the first spot for my rotor, and you can tell from Spherus' reaction there that that made a statement. That pick.
Is not appreciated.
Apparently the answer may be an exploding Snadra.
More curves.
Yeah, you do see it sometimes. The book tends to bring out more curs than usual.
You know what?
Titan Tooth on Gareth, okay. If this is... so this is war. Well, it's not triple
We're
cur.
showing our teeth, you know.
Demon.
It's a speedy Vizpaleth.
Let hope commence.
Spherus with a couple of characters next to the pyre there, and did plunge with the one that had more damage, but did not plunge. Well, actually, Gareth doesn't have prayer beads either, so I think either way, with a plunge, would have been down to character, and that means more room for our rotor to carve his way in for a 20 damage cur plunge, which he does again here.
Now to the flame.
Now it's Vispaleth. Scotching your way through. Gets it back, only to quickly be banished. Back here's Ferris. Well-timed pass there, getting the aura back, banishing the would-be defender, and clearing out the space for what ultimately became an uncontested 25 damage in the throw. Rookie plunges for 20. Again, no prayer beads. He's gone in this round. Vispaleth now trying to get the job done for Order. Knocks back the defenders. And that sets up a 30 damage plunge. Now she's gone in this round, but it does mean that one score is potentially all Order needs. There's the Titan Tooth. And there is the winning score.
The withdrawn prevail.
GG.
They vastly outperformed their adversaries.
Well played, you
Now
two.
and then I have to remind people how to generate this map is.
It's complete.
Just occasionally.
Specifically with the Curs?
In general,
Until
harps to
the
do
stars
harp and stuff.
align.
Like you can do other stuff here, but it's hard. We have to remind people that book is not normal.
Yeah.
Well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one, and somebody put that on a t-shirt. Books are not normal.
Book. Just the book.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Just
a
not
little
this
harder
one.
to make it universally applicable if it's just a book singular. So, sure, I did technically modify Hirota's statement slightly.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not seeing any requests here, so why don't we get our next match started?
Which do we have? Okay, that might be my penultimate.
Okay.
The essence shall confront the withdrawn. Welcome.
Maybe coming close to wrapping things up,
Who shall conduct the rites?
but no requests from chat here, so this one is still up to you guys to go with whatever you'd like. So it's Prayer Beads Gareth in the first spot for Spheris.
Sap.
Quick throwing Palmus for Iroder. Typhoon Bottle, Palmus, or Spheris.
Dalbert.
Prayer Beads Dalbert now for Iroder.
Already have that. I should have done it the other way then. For more rekindling. But I didn't know. In advance.
Volfred.
Quick throwing Volfred. Don't worry, that is not quarterback Volfred. That was still allowed.
What is quarterback Volfred?
From a setup standpoint or from a lore
Yeah.
standpoint?
setup so I avoid it?
It would be the sling bullet, the ranged throw talisman.
Oh yeah, never picking that, no problem.
Okay, great. That's what I like to hear. If you were to take it, you are fine taking it on certainly Palmas or Manly, just not Volfred. Ooh, that was a very quick throw from my rotor. Good for 23. Ooh, there's a zigzagging black magic jump from Spheris. Gets Gareth in for 20, and with prayer beads, he is back in this round. Here he is. This time he's blocked and banished. Dalbert trying to find a way through. It's a lot of auras to navigate his way around, but somehow manages to do it. Gareth again. It's blocked. Banishes one defender, but does go down as well.
Into the adversary's flame.
Tizo stopped there. Now it's Gareth. No plunge. That's good for 20.
No.
Gareth. Blocked here. Banished as well. Now Palmas for our rotor, but he's banished. Retreats now with Tizo until he gets reinforcements in the form of Dalbert. Eventually he goes down. Oh, and Spheris had a sap close to the pyre, able to throw that one in quickly. And then a quick throw here from Gareth as well. So I heard you like exploding saplings.
I didn't know you had that much range.
25 damage sap throw from my rotor, and very nearly answered there by Spheris, but iRotor gets the stop, and iRotor follows up with a 20 damage plunge, and that means one score could be enough for iRotor here to at least deplete Spheris' starting higher life, but of course, with double saps, we heard Spheris talking about how he was going to take a fair bit of rekindling. Now from this range, that throw may be unblockable, but ultimately it did not work out. iRotor blocked. Spheris ran out of stamina with Gareth. Waiting for reinforcements now. Here they come. Now it's just Volfred, and he goes down. But with Numbing Gust, at least for a few seconds there, that did slow iRotor. Well shielded to set up Gareth. Tried to go the throwing route, but doesn't have the quick throwing talisman, so a little bit harder to squeeze that in time. Here's Gareth again.
Banishment.
Rotor getting very aggressive with this imp. Does lose it, but does create a dangerous portal in the process. Gareth. Blocked here. Banished as well. Rotor thinks about the throw, but it's intercepted. Bit of a stalemate in this round, but maybe this is the breakthrough iRotor was looking for. Well, everyone was banished on Spheris' side, but that is potentially a bad thing for iRotor, as that does trigger the Numbing Gust. Down goes Gareth. Up goes the Numbing Gust. Imp throw, iRotor thought about it, then instead went for the plunge and got very close. Still not close enough. Gareth eventually finds a way to break the deadlock.
Good.
And it means one score for either player again would theoretically be enough to at least deplete all of the starting pyre life, but know for certain that Spheris has some rekindling. I'm fairly confident that Iroder does as well.
Simply monstrous.
Big throw from Iroder, but it was actually just off the mark. Gareth not quick enough to avoid Tizo, who is now on the attack. Implodes, getting rid of one of the saps. Then the other comes to sort out any trouble. Lots of imploding saplings. Gareth? What was that? That was quite the black magic jump, and it was the decisive score.
It gave me the 1 pixel I need to dodge, I guess.
It's like a pinball jump in just a tiny area. I don't know how many times you jumped back and forth, but ultimately it worked. It's a GG.
That was an intense game.
Until
Wow.
the next rite.
Alright, well I know Spheris, you were saying that you might
Yeah,
not
that's
have
gonna
much
be my
more
last
time.
one.
This will be your last?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have anyone else who would be interested in hopping in Spheris' place, or does that functionally mean that this is going to turn into our liberation rite?
Or
Speak
you
now?
can play a few against Tyrants after. It's
That's
an
true, I
option.
suppose. I don't know, Iroder, what your timetable is like. Iroder originally said he was available for a few games, and he's been here for a couple hours now.
It's just a few games, just 5 hours.
Yeah, you know, no big deal.
Compared to a lifelong sentence in exile, it's
That's
just
true.
a few games.
I was gonna say, if anyone else wants to get in, speak now or forever hold your liberation. Alright, well, perhaps that liberation shall be held. Held away from them, that is. As it appears as it is just these two who will be given the opportunity to ascend to the Commonwealth. Alright, so with all that being said, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so no requests for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style. So without further ado, let us begin.
Hark, exiles. You heed the summons to the fall of Solium. Here you shall be tested by your adversary. Let us determine which of you is the superior. The Essence, stand prepared. The Withdrawn, stand prepared. Who shall stand together here this night?
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and that was a Bottled Void. And by that I mean Can Singularity, Imp, in the first spot for Spheris. Answered by a quick-throwing Zoxiana in the lead spot for Iroder. Typhoon Bottle Snadra in the second spot for Spheris. Prayer Beads Ulmer on the other side for Iroder. Prayer Beads Gareth That's Ferris's final selection. Whereas for iRotor, we will see a speedy Palmus. Alright, so here we go, our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Ferris on the left representing the essence, and iRotor on the right representing the withdrawn. Best of luck to you both.
Into the fires of his foe. Now go on, just once more. Divine intervention. The withdrawn seem to be falling behind. There. Oh, positively brutish. Banishment.
GG.
The innocents proved their worth.
GG.
Of their adversaries, the same cannot be said.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
As we were saying, That was, of course, our liberation rite, our final rite of the night. So, thank you guys for stopping by to play some matches today. And I'll catch you
Thank you for hosting.
in the next one.
Great games. See ya.
GG's.
Yeah, goodbye.
Alright, let me see. I think at least one of them has already freed themselves from Steam Remote Play. Are they both free? The Rotor is free. Sphere is also free. Okay, they know the deal. They're seasoned veterans at this point. But alas, as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. But thank you guys for stopping by tonight for the games. If you are interested in getting more involved in multiplayer PYRE, then the best way to do so is by joining the RITE Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on this link right here. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these RITE nights, and my streaming schedule is Path of Exile 2. We're a little flexible on the exact day when we do it. Usually it ends up being Thursday nights, but it's kind of just whenever I can carve out the time to do it, because there are only so many weeknights in a given week, or weekend nights, I guess. So, beyond that, on Fridays, we are doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Then on Saturdays, we are doing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And then on Sundays, obviously, we're doing this stuff. But as for, well, if you enjoyed the stream, of course, you can hit the like button to support the stream. You can also hit the subscribe button to more easily stay up to date on all things Lids. But actually, the best way to do that is by joining my Discord, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.